So you're thinking about buying or selling a home in Alamo Ranch. In this video, Steve and I are going to walk you through the pros, the cons, the good, the bad, and the ugly of living in Alamo Ranch. We're going to go over the location, the community, the schools, all the things that encompass Alamo Ranch, even if some of them aren't so great. So make sure you stick around so you can hear all the pros and cons. If this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living right here in San Antonio and its surrounding areas, make sure you subscribe or tap the bell for more notifications so you can be one of the first to be notified when we drop a new video. My name is Katie Powers, and my husband Steven Garza and I get phone calls and emails from people just like you every single day who are looking to either make a move into San Antonio or buy or sell property right here in our great city of San Antonio, Texas. All of our information is listed right below in the description box, and we would absolutely love to hear from you. Steve and I would be honored to be your realtors of choice to help you make a smooth transition into San Antonio. Now let's dive into the pros and cons of Alamo Ranch.
Okay, so pro number one is location of Alamo Ranch within San Antonio itself. If you look at San Antonio on a map, we're one big circle essentially, and we're growing, so we're spreading out that circle. But Alamo Ranch is located in the far northwest side of San Antonio. So if you're looking to be in the northwest part of San Antonio, Alamo Ranch is one of the premier communities out there. As far as location goes, it's right off 1604. It has Highway 151, which is an artery that cuts straight through the west side of San Antonio. It goes to Highway 90, which takes you straight into downtown. Many of our Boeing clients that have bought homes are out in Alamo Ranch. You got businesses out there as far as location goes. You got a hospital off of 151. And so the location itself is excellent. If you're looking to be over in the Lackland area, that's one of the main hubs for people who are in the military. If you're working at Boeing, you use 151 to get south where Boeing's located at. And so the location is great if you're looking to be in the Northwest or you're going to be living in the Northwest. The other pros and the other cons we're going to go over. But as far as location on that map, Alamo Ranch is in the Northwest.
Pro number two, big bang for your buck. Now out in Alamo Ranch, like Steve said, outside of 1604 Loop. So generally outside of 1604 Loop, you don't have city taxes, you just have Bexar County taxes, which makes your mortgage payment less because the taxes are lower. You also find bigger homes for a less price in Alamo Ranch. For example, you can find a 3,000 square foot home with a 3-car garage under $600,000 in Alamo Ranch. You pretty much can't find something of that size and that low price anywhere else in San Antonio. So you really get a great bang for your buck. Also, the average sales price in Alamo Ranch ranges from $350 to $375. That is a great price point. It's honestly the median sales price in San Antonio as a whole. So you just get newer homes. And when I say newer, I mean 2008 to 2017, 18. So you're not getting 1970s, 1980 homes. You're getting newer built homes, newer construction in that area for a lower price, which is a huge pro.
Pro number three, living in the Alamo Ranch bubble. So Alamo Ranch itself, if you watch our vlog, it's one big community, and within that community itself, you have a bunch of small neighborhoods that all have names and all have community pools and that kind of stuff. But when you're in that Alamo Ranch community, you don't travel far. You don't need to. You have your grocery store, you have your medical facilities, dental offices, shopping, and my personal favorite, you got your restaurants right down the road. If you're like me, I hate to travel 30 minutes to a restaurant unless it's like a special occasion. But you know, having that favorite restaurant right down the road, get in, get out, have a good meal, and just enjoy your Friday, Saturday evening without having to spend all the time sitting in traffic or sitting in construction. Alamo Ranch just has its own community. If you're thinking about schools or you have a kid in school, it's got elementary schools, it's got middle school, it's got a high school that services all of Alamo Ranch. So you're not having to commute across town to go pick up your kid. Your elementary school is most likely 5-10 minutes at most away. So, you know, when you live in your Alamo Ranch bubble, you have everything right at your fingertips. So, you know, it's just one of those pros that I absolutely love. I kind of tell Katie that, you know, we live in our own little bubble because we like our little restaurants that we have, our local faves. We got a grocery store 5 minutes down the road, if that. And so it's just one of my favorite things that, you know, living in a community like Alamo Ranch, being able to go get fresh veggies from the grocery store, or if Katie forgets something when she's cooking, hey, Steve, go get it. Okay. So, you know, having those local shops, the grocery store, the medical facilities, right down the road from your house. It's just one of those things that you can't beat if you're looking for that city living. All right, so Alamo Ranch community, the local bubble.
So this brings us to con number 1. That is that there is no new construction. So right now, new construction is super hot. Every buyer I've got calling me right now is asking for new construction. And if you're looking for a brand new home, Alamo Ranch is not the suburb for you. It was completely built out already. It's not to say that there's not more land that could be added to and developed in the future, but as far as 2024, there's nothing new left to be built in Alamo Ranch. So there are plenty of new communities right on the outskirts of Alamo Ranch, off of Culebra and Potranco, further west as well. So there's lots of new builds in the area, but not in Alamo Ranch. So if you're looking for new construction, it might not be the suburb for you. However, there are absolutely beautiful homes, as I mentioned before, all the way up to 2017 and 2018. So you can still get fairly new construction, but it's pre-owned. So it's going to be less expensive than brand new construction. So there's a pro with the con.
Con number 2, jobs. Alamo Ranch is its own little bubble, but unfortunately you don't have those high-paying corporate jobs in the Alamo Ranch community. You know, if you're working at your local grocery store or your local dentist office, then those are right down the road. But if you're looking to be at one of the big corporate headquarters or locations like Boeing, USAA, the medical center, if you're a doctor, there is a hospital close by. But, you know, the main medical hub of San Antonio, you know, nothing's really that far when you compare us to the Northeast cities where they're sitting in traffic for an hour, 2 hours. But at the same time, if you're in the Alamo Ranch community, you're having to commute out of it just to get to work. And sometimes that means sitting in traffic on the highways. So unfortunately, you just don't have your big corporate headquarters there. The communities are small and, you know, everybody waves, they ride their bikes around, but if you're gonna be working, you're gonna be driving.
Con number 3, you are on the far west side of town. So while it is an easy commute to things like Lackland Air Force Base, Medical Center, downtown San Antonio, it does take time. It is an easy commute because our freeways are great. But like Steve said, you might hit a bit of traffic, and the key here is you're probably 30 minutes from anything major. So you're about 20 to 25 minutes into Lackland. You're about 25 to 30 minutes into Port of San Antonio, which would be where Boeing and a lot of the cyber jobs are really popping up. There's a lot of big businesses coming into that area in the Port of San Antonio. So you're about 25 to 30 minutes from that. You're 30 minutes from the airport on a good day. If you're trying to leave around 3 o'clock, and like if you need to be at the airport by 3 to leave by 4 or 5, you're gonna be sitting on 410 traffic. It's probably gonna take you longer than 30 minutes. So I would, for any of my clients that are living in the Alamo Ranch area and trying to get to the airport, you wanna give yourself 45 minutes at least. You are also 30 minutes from downtown San Antonio. So again, easy commute. You usually won't have a ton of traffic for those things, depending on the times that you're traveling other than the airport. But all the other things, it's an easy commute. The reason why we bring this up is because for us as locals, a 30-minute drive is a little bit longer. For a lot of our military clients that come in and we tell them, you know, Lackland's about 25, 30 minutes, they kind of laugh at us because there really isn't a lot of traffic, especially for the military when they're leaving early because they go into work a lot earlier than us. So they don't really have any issues with it. So we state it as a con because we're locals, and like Steve said, if we don't have to travel 5 minutes to get anywhere, we're happy. But then again, when we show homes, we drive a lot and we're sitting in traffic a lot. So when it's on our off time, we do like to stay in our little bubble too. So a lot of these pros and cons are based off what Steve and I value in a neighborhood or a home. So if you have any other questions about Alamo Ranch or would like to go see some homes in that area, please feel free to reach out to us. All of our information is listed right below in the description box. Steve and I would be honored to be your realtors of choice to help you move into the Alamo Ranch area and discuss other options if that might be something you're interested in. So thanks so much for watching this, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.